Right, welcome. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make 25 grand a month as a copywriter, okay? Whiteboard to make it way more easy because a lot of people can't follow along, so pay the fuck attention. This might just change your life in a year, because it changed my life in a year. And yeah, if you can't read my handwriting, just learn to fucking read. In this video, we're going to go through 0 to 5K, which most of you probably are, 5 to 10K, which a lot of you probably are, 10 to 15K, which probably none of you are, but maybe a couple of you are, and then 15K up to like 25, 30, 50K, which I guarantee, I only know fucking 2 people that are here. They're both in Stoic Academy. It is not easy to get there, but if you are looking to get there, we'll talk about that as well. All right, pay the fuck attention. I'm going to be making notes, but not all these notes are going to be the things you need to know. So also take some notes. All right. By the way, 0 to 5K took me, I think, 3 months. 5 to 10K took me 6 months. 10 to 15K took me 8 months. Is that an 8? 8. And then 15K took me, up to 15K, 25K took me 1 year. Okay. Editor, just fucking give them some proof so that you can see that. But yeah, just to show you that what I'm about to tell you, I've seen people do this in 3 months because I've helped them, and it took me a fucking year. So if you listen, it'll take you a lot less time, and time is money, right? So try not to fuck this up. Okay, so 0 to 5K. Most of you are here. Okay, I guarantee 99% of you that are watching this right now, you are here. You probably know about copywriting, or you know a little bit about it, and you're like, what the fuck do I do? How do I even make any money in the first place? 0 to 5K is the hardest part, all right? Without question. When I was starting, I worked the hardest when I was on 0 to 5K. Okay, now I make 25 grand up, I don't work as hard. Okay, and there's a principle in that which I'm going to teach you in a second. But if you are here, please understand, this is the hardest you're ever going to work. Right? 25K, you can put your fucking feet up and put your hand in your dick all day and basically not work. This is the hardest bit. All right? There's a quote by Jordan Belfort. It's basically where it goes, the hardest you'll ever work is when you're making no money. And it's the fucking case here. This is way harder than anything else. And so if you can get through this part, it's basically plain sailing from then on. Okay? Now, if you are here, change color, you need to do something which no one probably tells you to do. In order to get through this part, you need to begin with immersion. Now, if you don't know what immersion means, go read a fucking dictionary, but it basically comes down to you need to absorb all the information you can in the world and make copywriting your entire fucking life. Whenever someone's trying to learn a language, anyone that's good at learning languages says you need to immerse yourself. You can't just dibble and dabble in the fucking topic and then hope to get good. You need to be living, breathing, shitting, sleeping, fucking, walking, talking copywriting. It needs to be in your absolute, every single minute of the day needs to be this, okay? Because you need to start getting momentum building. And when you have literally no experience, you need to get good as quickly as possible. All right, so that's where immersion comes in. And immersion, in my case, so you can just learn from me, which you should because I know exactly what I'm fucking talking about, is listening to podcasts, YouTube videos, mine or someone else's, doesn't matter, YouTube vids, learning from others, so like literally going onto sales pages, seeing why they're so fucking good, and then like copying them, okay? And then practice. So when you're immersing yourself, you need to be listening to stuff all day, teaching you how. You need to be watching YouTube videos so that you can understand how other people use it. You need to be learning from others, go onto the best copy in the world and fucking literally just ingrain it in your head. This is what I did. And then you need to practice. Every single day, based on what you've learned, you need to practice, okay? And that doesn't mean occasionally write a bit of copy. That means literally, if you learn something out of these fucking things, you use it there on the same day. So if you learn about open loops, or you learn about subject lines, you learn about stories, that same day you should be implementing what you learn, okay? Constant development. When I was learning, I'll tell you now, I'll give you my fucking routine. I'd wake up, get phone, AirPods, I put my fucking AirPods in immediately, podcast, I'd listen to podcasts immediately, and I would just begin learning. And then my day would go on, and then at the end of the day, I'd practice whatever I just fucking learned. all right? From here, from whatever I learned in the day, I'd write it all down and then I'd practice it the same day. And I'd do that every single day and I'd learn something different every single fucking day, all right? And that's why I got so good, because I immersed myself and I was able to land my first client in 35 days and start making 25 grand in a year, all right? So that's the first thing. Immerse the fuck out of yourself, all right? I should hire a fucking board cleaner. I'm thinking, Tom, you make so much money, you can't even pay someone to clean your own fucking board. I might get that next time. Right, after you've immersed yourself, I want to show you a graph. Now, no one really talks about this, but I want to show you something. This is a graph, okay? On the bottom, we have skill, and on the side we have money, all right? Don't take the piss out of my graph, building skills. I skipped math. On the bottom is skill, on the top is money. Now, the way to make money as a copywriter basically goes like this. Okay? And by that I mean, the better you are at skill, the more progressive your skills are, the more money you're gonna get paid. And it is exponential, okay? That's like with anything though. Like, if you're the best at something, you're gonna get paid the most, and it's the same here, all right? And so, please understand, if you're like, how the fuck do I make any money? You're probably here, okay? Let's draw you. This is you, okay? Depressed. Actually, no smile. You're probably fucking sad and you have no money. This is you, okay? You have no money because you have no skills, which is why immersion is so important. The better you are at something, the more likely you are to get results, and then the more likely you are to start asking people for more money, and then stacking your money and then making loads, okay? But if you have no fucking skills, you can't do that, all right? And you need to improve your skills. Does that make sense? Okay, good. And then up here, I'm not gonna put myself up here because I'm not that good, but I'm like here, okay? Now I make a lot more money, but that's because I have so much more skill. That's because I have so much more skills, okay? And so if you're asking me, how do I make more money, Tom? Just get better. Just literally get better. That is step one. Clients and all that fucking shit will come on its own. That comes on its own. If you're just the best, I've said this a million times, eventually the dominoes are gonna lean on your favor and you're gonna be making money on fucking autopilot because you do good work for one client and they'll tell all their friends about you, okay? But it comes from being the best. I now have a harem of clients that wanna work with me because they know how good I am. Okay, I don't have to do any outreach anymore because they just know, oh yeah, Tom's the guy. Tom's good. Tom, check out his YouTube channel. He's got loads of stuff about. Tom's done all this for me. Tom, da 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 da. Now they know my skills are infallible. It's just like, he's really good and then we'll pay him loads of money, okay? But most of you are like, here. And so you can't make any fucking money. You know? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But yeah, that's a graph that most people can't fucking handle. And once you learn to handle that, you'll stop trying to do fucking outreach all day, and instead you'll focus on your skills. Because if you focus on your skills, the clients will come on their own and outreach will be a lot easier, okay? And once you've done that, something I wish someone had told me when I started, hopefully you can see that. Momentum, okay? Do you know what momentum means? Hopefully. If you're a fucking inbred and you don't, let me try and explain it. Momentum is basically where you get something going and then it starts going on its own, okay? 0 to 5K is the fucking hardest. And the reason it's the hardest is because you have no momentum, okay? Imagine we have a fucking piece of ground and there's a wheel, okay? And we've got your fucking dumbass here. And the wheel's fucking heavy. Okay? And to get the wheel going, to get it moving, takes a lot of effort, okay? You have to push all the fucking weight you can. Okay, you're taking it from a standstill and you've got to start getting it moving, okay? That's the hardest part. The hardest part is just getting it moving, okay? Because you have no momentum. But when you start pushing and it starts moving, it gets easier because the wheel starts spinning on its own and you don't need to push it as hard because it's already moving, okay? And it's the same fucking case in copywriting. When you start, you have no momentum. Everything is hard, everything is difficult, no clients are coming to you, you have no fucking leverage to get clients, etc., etc. It's difficult. But when you start building momentum, say you get one client, that will then hopefully lead to another client. Okay? And getting another client from another client is super easy. And that's the momentum building. Nowadays, I don't have to work that hard because I've spent fucking 2 years building momentum to get here. When I started, I had no momentum. I had to push. I had to constantly outreach to try and get my first client. Once you get your first client, then they tell someone else about you and you have another client. Boom, the momentum builds. And you get a bit better at copy. Bang, the momentum builds. A year down the fucking line, you'll literally not have to do anything. Okay? You'll just have clients coming to you because the momentum of your skills, the momentum of your experience is toppling up. Okay? Does that make sense? It's like this YouTube channel. The first couple videos are difficult. No one subscribes to you, no one knows who you are. Now our YouTube channel just runs on fucking autopilot because I've done the hard work, the momentum is built, okay? People don't talk about that. It's all about momentum. And I'll tell you this now, the reason most of you fucking idiots are here is because you quit here because you don't wait for the momentum. Literally all of you. You'll be at like 0 or fucking 1 or 2K and they'll be like, this is bullshit, fuck it. Literally, you are in the part where if you just kept going, the momentum would build and you'd be fine. I never see anyone quit after 5K. I see people quit before 5K all the time. They never quit after 5K. After 5K, it does get easier, trust me, okay? And you just quit because you have no momentum. You quit before the momentum comes. Literally, if this was the graph, again, don't know if you can see that, literally you fucking quit just before the momentum comes. The momentum comes here and you quit here. If only you'd fucking hold on a little bit, bang, you'd see all the results. Okay, and I knew that. I was like, I can't get a client, but I'm gonna get there. Eventually, if I just keep fucking going and I don't give up, eventually I'll get a client and then I'll get another one and the momentum will build and I'll be fine. And I did. Okay? And don't get me wrong, there were days I was fucking fed up and tired of doing this. I was like, this is bullshit, I wanted to quit. But you just gotta look at your own situation introspectively and think, how long have I been fucking doing this? 4 months? Half a year? Why the fuck would I quit now? Otherwise, you know, if you quit, that's just been an entire waste of your life and you're a fucking idiot. So, just keep going until the momentum comes, okay? Because by the time the momentum comes, you probably do want to quit, but you won't want to quit when that comes because it'll be super easy, okay? I hope that makes sense, all right? Next, when you're 0 to 5K, this is something I talk about in Stoic Academy, but we have 3 pillars, okay? 3 pillars to fucking ultimate success, because I know exactly what I'm talking about. Number 1, offer. Number 2, outreach. And number 3, systemization. I'm not even gonna fucking spell that, but systemization, okay? When you're starting, you gotta understand, you are in the bracket where most people are, okay? There is a saturation issue in this industry. There's like 1 chick and 1 million dudes trying to fuck her. There is so much competition, okay? But there's a reverse competition in the exact same way. So for example, there's 1 million copywriters, right? But there's about 10,000 good copywriters that can give good results. So even though there's millions of you fucking wankers, there's only a few of you which is actually capable and good enough and going to get clients. Okay? That's why I have friends that run agencies and they get pitched all day, all night. And the reason they only sign someone is because there's only a couple competent people. Okay? Out of the million dudes that want to fuck this chick, one of them is tall, handsome, a millionaire, and knows what he's fucking doing with life. Most of you are just like, you know, pathetic wankers. But occasionally, you'll come across one of these people. And one of these people typically has 1, immersion, so they're good. 2, a fucking killer offer when you're outreaching, and 3, good outreach. If you have a killer offer and you outreach correctly and you know what you're doing, and then you add volume to it, you're gonna get clients. Okay? You're gonna get fucking clients. In Stoic Academy, I have a guarantee you will get a client in 30 days. Guarantee. If not, I'll fucking give you a full refund and send you $500 because I'm that confident, okay? Because if you have a good offer, pillar 1, and you do incredible outreach, and you make it seem like nonchalant and like an accident, and not too pitchy, not too salesy, and you systemize it, you're gonna get fucking clients, okay? The problem is, the million people here are just like, oh yeah, I'm a copywriter, can I write for you? Oh, I'm a copywriter, you need this, It's shit, okay? If you have a good offer, and you fucking have good outreach, it's super easy, okay? But most people don't do that, okay? You're just shit. You have no offer, and the offer you do have, a million other people have, which is why they don't fucking work with you, and your outreach is shit, okay? The scripts nowadays don't work. You need to use something else. All right, you've got to be personal. You've got to look at their situation and think, what other way can I come in and help them, okay? But no one does that, all right? You just fucking rinse and repeat. You see one person do something, you think, oh, let me just fucking copy them. Don't you think a million other people are going to do that as well? You know? Like, whenever a new product comes out in the world, they can't just make the same product as someone else, otherwise it wouldn't fucking work, you know? Let me think of an example. If Apple makes computers and they're slim in hardware and they do well, if another company comes along and makes the exact same fucking computer, no one's gonna buy it, okay? And you're thinking, oh yeah, but if I just send the same outreach as everyone else, I'm gonna get a client. No, you need to innovate, you need to be better, you need to make a better offer and use better outreach, all right? Just make it personal and make it nonchalant. If you do that, you'll be fine, okay? And then lastly, another scale, because I'm trying to make this as easy as possible. If you're in 0 to 5K, you have no leverage, right? So if you can't just go around and say, yeah, I want a fucking 10 grand retainer. It's not working, okay? You have no leverage. And if you have no leverage, your offer needs to be incredible. And a lot of the time, that means working for free. Now, before you say, oh, but Tom, I don't want to work for free. Motherfucker, you're making no money anyway. It doesn't even matter. Shut the fuck up. Humble yourself, all right? If this is $0, and this is money, okay, no matter what it is, even to you broke cunts, it's probably fucking $2, which is enough. Your job is to get as close to the money as possible. Now, when I say to people you should work for free, they lose their shit. They're like, why would I work for free? I'm not gonna get paid. The whole reason I'm doing this is to make any money, da 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 da. I go, yeah, you're right. But listen here, you fucking idiot. Are you more likely to get paid if you're closer to the money or further away from it? I'll give you an example. So, you go to a client, you have a sales call, etc. They're like, okay, I can't pay you right now, but you can work for free, okay? Would you rather take that deal and work for free, or hang up and say, no, I don't want to work for free, fuck off, bye? Out of those two decisions, which one brings you closer to the money? Working for free with a client, or just telling them to fuck off because they won't pay you? If you tell them to fuck off, you are here. Right there, zero, absolutely no chance, okay? If you work for free but don't get paid, yeah, you might not be here, but you might be here. You're closer, aren't you? And that's all you need to fucking do. You just need to get as close as possible to the money. And that's what I did. So, a lot of the time, sometimes I'd have a client and they wouldn't pay me for the first 2 weeks. Or they wouldn't pay me for a couple of weeks first, and then afterwards they'd start to pay me. If I had just said, oh no, I don't want to work for free, fuck you, my dick is huge, I get paid, this massive ego, they'd be like, okay, fine, fuck off then. And I would not be closer to the money. But because I humbled myself, and I was like, you know what, I'll work for you for free, I'll prove to you I'm amazing, because of immersion and fucking step 1, I'll start here. I'm closer to the money now, and guess what, eventually I got to the money. Okay, but you fucking idiots are just like, no, I'm not going to work for free, etc. Your offer's shit. They're not going to pay you. You have no leverage. They don't want to work with you. You have no experience. You have no testimonies. You have no referrals. And you're like, yeah, give me money immediately. There's a saturation issue, you fucking idiot. Everyone's doing that. You need to do something different. Okay, and that means sometimes working here. Okay, which means not getting paid. Instead of telling them to fuck off and being here, you go here. Okay, neither one you're getting paid, but at least you're closer to the fucking money on this one. You might be here for a week, then you'll be here for another week, and then bang, you'll be here and you'll get paid. And then once you get paid by one client, they'll tell their friends about you and you'll get more fucking money. Okay? That's how I did it. That's how you get out of 0 to 5. You just gotta be a bit slower. You gotta be a bit more understanding. You gotta drop your ego, put your dick back in your pants and say, I don't know anything. I don't owe anyone anything. I am here and I will work for free to prove to you I know what I'm fucking doing, so that hopefully one day you have the belief in me to start paying me. Okay, so if you're in 0 to 5K and you're struggling, do that, okay? That's pretty much what I did, okay? I just understood that I had no leverage. I worked for free, bruv. My first fucking deal, some of you know about this, I was working slave labor. Like, the kids in the fucking cobalt mines were getting paid better than me. fucking, the delivery drivers in Dubai made me look fucking broke. Literally, I was getting paid $250 for 30 emails a month. That's an email a day. One email every single day. Selling the same product. Slave labor, okay? But I did it because it was better than nothing. What's the alternative? I had no fucking money. What's the alternative? No, it's too little, bye. Get paid nothing? Take the money or get closer to it. Because if you get closer to it, you're better off than if you hadn't even taken it in the first place. And people don't realize that, okay? This is how internships work. This is how all of this shit works. You go to a job, they don't pay you to start, but you take the job so that hopefully you can prove to them you know what you're doing and eventually get fucking paid. If you just said no all the time, you wouldn't get anywhere. And the person that says yes may not get paid at the beginning, but eventually they will get paid. And that's how you get out of 0 to 5, okay? Hopefully, that makes sense. Right. 0 to 5, done. Right. 5 to 10. So, most of you will probably be here. I speak to a lot of people, especially ones that need mentoring, and you're all in 5 to 10. Good thing for you is 5 to 10 is basically just 0 to 5 more, okay? So 0 to 5 is basically 5 to 10, just a bit more amplified and over a bit more time, okay? You haven't broken 5 figures yet, okay? You're still a nobody, you have no leverage, okay? Your dick is still small, but you at least have recurring income now, okay? So if you're, maybe not even 5, maybe even like 3 or 4, if you're like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9K a month, what you did to get to 5K is gonna be the same to get to 10K, just more of it in a longer time frame, okay? So immersion, etc., getting good, free work, etc., whatever. Sorry, you do more of that on a longer time frame and you eventually stack clients, okay? So that means more momentum, more immersion. Who the fuck is messaging me? There should be a filter on WhatsApp where girlfriends can't message you when you're fucking working. Anyway, more immersion, more momentum, and then hopefully, this is something you can use, because if you've done what I fucking said in stage 1, even if you work for free, you will get testimonies. Testimonies, for you slow fucking idiots, is basically where someone says on your behalf you did good work for them, okay? Now, listen to this, because I did this and I tell it to people in Stoic Academy, so I'll give you a fucking freebie. Once you have a testimony, which by the way, you should be asking for all the time, don't be afraid. Don't be like, oh, can I have a testimony once a year? No, every week, ask for a testimony. Every week, when something goes well, once you do good work for a client, ask for a testimony, okay? Work for your nan's best friend in her shit knitting company and ask her for a testimony. Get a wrinkly ass on fucking camera. Oh yes, Thomas was a very good copywriter and I recommend him, and her fucking teeth fall out. Doesn't matter. Still get her to give a testimony, okay? Now, once you have testimonies, ideally front-facing camera, you want them to fucking literally say, I endorse whatever the fuck your name is to do copywriting. Don't get an email, emails are shit. Get them to fucking say it. You can then reach out to people using the method, which I've said a million times, and then just drop it in. Literally out of nowhere. So bang, message them, etc., get a few replies, tell them, you know, that you can help them, etc. If they start ghosting you, if they start being annoying, you can just drop in a testimony, okay? Literally do this, okay? So message them. What the fuck is wrong with this black pen? Bruv. Fuck it. Black pen's fucked. Blue pen. Message them. Okay, and then reply, whatever. Tell them you can help. And then if they air you, just send them a fucking testimony video. Okay, you're in the DMs already, you can send them whatever you want. send them a testimony video. No context, no message, nothing. Just message them, talk a bit, tell them you can help them. If they then fucking air you, or they're being frigid, or they don't want to get on a call, drop that in. Just out of nowhere. Bang, video, Margaret. Oh yeah, hi, Tom's fucking good copywriter. Bang, put it in. Okay, tell them to keep her fucking nashes in as well. Send it to them immediately. What I have seen in my experience is that is a big pushing stone. Okay? And if you're out of 0 to 5, you should have testimonies. Just drop it in. Okay? Just drop it in. Because the reason they're not responding to you is A, because they don't need it, or B, they don't trust you. But if you show them a testimony, it shows that you know what you're doing, you have experience, and that you can probably help them because you've helped someone else. Okay? So just drop it in. Simple. That's what I did. I would just fucking bang, send it off to them. Okay? Now I didn't have much, I didn't have many, I only had like 1 or 2, but like if they have to ask for one more than 3 testimonies, they're gonna be a dick anyway, so don't work for them. Okay? Send them a message, whatever, send testimonies, make sure that you're still immersed, okay, and you're still outreaching, okay, because you're not at the stage yet you're going to get referrals, okay, probably not, it's unlikely, but you are going to be able to get testimonies, and that's how you can just leverage the DMs. Just send them a fucking testimony, just fucking fire that video out like you're nutting on a prostitute, just everywhere, okay? 3-4 messages, send a testimonial video, they'll see it, they'll either really want to work with you then because like it shows a lot of proof. Make sure the person says who they are so they can go and look them up as well, and then bang. If they don't want it, bang, who cares, move on, okay? But in my experience, and the people I've been showing that to get out of fucking 5 to 10k jail and get above 10k, that works, okay? But you can't do that in 0 to 5 because you probably don't have any testimonies, okay? Hopefully that helps. I wonder how much a board wiper costs per hour. I have like a little Asian woman stood there. Right. Now, fuck hell. 5 to 10, done. Okay, now obviously all of this comes with volume, okay, and time and patience. Like, it took me 6 months to get to this fucking point, okay? Now, it does take a lot quicker if you know what you're doing. Join Stoic Academy, but you're gonna have to be a bit patient, okay? You're not gonna fucking do this in 3 days, right? And if you do, message me. So I'll be like, what the fuck? But the chances are you won't, okay? 10 to 15, right. Now, this probably won't make sense to a lot of you, because you're just not here, but it will be good to know in the future, all right? And it's good for future pacing. It's good to think that you're gonna get here anyway. There's no point saying, oh, I only wanna make 5 grand. No, if you wanna make 5, aim for fucking 15, okay? What do they say? If you wanna reach the moon, aim for the stars. If you wanna reach the stars, aim for the sky. If you aim for the sky, you won't get off the fucking ground. So this, okay, if you wanna make this, aim for this. If you wanna make this, aim for this. All right, so even if you're only at like 5 or 10k right now, aim for 15. This will be important. All right. So, firstly, pretty fucking simple, but not to some of you, clearly. You need to price higher. Pricing higher is number 1, the easiest and fucking most simple way to start getting paid more. Now, by this point, if you're making more than 10 grand, you can start taking big play moves, okay? This is where, like, you're a bit of a player in the game and you fucked a couple of girls and you're like, you know what, I wanna fuck 2 girls at once, okay? It might work, but it definitely might not, okay? But it doesn't matter because you've already got a couple of hoes and you've got fucking, you know, you've got your fucking rotation and you can afford to take big plays, okay? Before 10K, you couldn't do this, okay? It's too risky. You need every client you can get. But here, you can do it, okay? If you're making more than 10 grand, you can fucking do this and you can literally just ask them for more money, okay? So, a client, you go on a sales call, say you ask them for 2K usually, you can ask them for 3 and be happy with that, okay? I nowadays won't even work for a client if they don't pay me at least $5,000 a month. If they don't pay me at least 5 grand on retainer, and I mean for like fuck all work, I won't work with them because I don't need to. I can price higher. And yeah, sometimes you're gonna get on a sales call and they're gonna be like, what the fuck, that's so much money. Fuck them off, who cares, okay? You're not gonna work with them, you'll work with someone that will pay you, All right, I know a guy that makes 100 grand per email. Okay, fucking tell him he's working for 5 grand a month. Obviously not. Okay, so you can literally just price more. Now, if you're making 10K, obviously there's nuance to this. Obviously, if fucking some shit fucking corner shop business makes no money, don't go like, oh yeah, I'm gonna charge you 20 grand for emails. Don't do that. But for companies that look big, and by this point you should have a couple big companies in your rotation because you're experienced and you have testimonies and you might even have referrals, just pitch higher. And I'll tell you this, if you don't know what to pitch, because someone tells me this all the time, they're like, Tom, how much money do I fucking pitch for? This is what you should be looking out for, okay? And you can just wait there while I write this. Be fucking patient. Pitch an amount of money that makes you feel uncomfortable. That is the ultimate decider. When you're not sure how much to pitch, think, what would I be uncomfortable saying on camera? If it's $500, say $500. If it's 3 grand, say 3 grand. I remember I'd only been pitching like 1 to 2K for clients, and then one day I said, fuck it, I'm going for 3K. And I felt like shitting myself on the call, but I did it. Okay, and believe it or not, they were like, we can't do 3 grand, but we can do 2.5. Bang, I made 500 more than I usually would have just because I pitched higher, and I shit myself while I did it, okay? If you feel too comfortable pitching a price, you are literally shooting yourself in the bollocks, all right? Again, it's like going up to a girl. If you go up to the fat, ugly little goblin ones, you don't feel any pressure. Oh, hi, yeah, whatever, you stink, whatever. There's no pressure, okay? But if you go up to the fucking the Barbie, the fucking 10 out of 10, you feel pressure, okay? That's literally the universe telling you that you should be going for that one because you should be reaching higher all the time. If you're going for the ones that don't make you nervous, then it's just a waste of your time. You literally know intrinsically and subconsciously you are above them, okay? No, you're a 3, sorry. I'll go for 7s or 8s or 9s, okay? It's the same case here. If it feels comfortable saying $500, say 1,000. If it feels comfortable saying 1,000, say fucking 2,000. Right, it's not hard. And again, worst case scenario, they say no, and then you go, okay, how about 1,000? And you come down, okay? So who cares? Always be reaching for more, always. Always be ambitious in what you say. Always say, yeah, I wanna get paid 5 grand, and then go, what? And you go, yeah, and then you tell them for fucking 5 minutes straight exactly why you deserve to get 5 grand, and why if you don't pay them, and if they don't pay you 5 grand, it's gonna be a waste of their fucking time, and they're not gonna make any money, but if they do pay you 5 grand, they're gonna make loads of money, it's gonna be the best investment of their life. That's what you need to do, and it needs to make you feel uncomfortable, okay? That's a pretty straightforward one. You should just be pricing higher, and if you don't know how much to price, think, what the fuck makes me feel uncomfortable? Because if it makes you feel uncomfortable, good, you're going in the right direction, okay? If you're not feeling uncomfortable, you're plateauing, okay? And that's when you become a loser and you get stuck at, oh, I make 10 grand a month. 10 grand a month is nothing nowadays. 10 years ago, 10 grand a month was a lot of money. 10 grand a month nowadays is like 25 grand a month, okay? Like, I know people making 400, 500 grand a month. Like, you got to step your fucking shit up, okay? The world's moving too quickly. If you're not making good money in like a year, you might be toast, all right? Yeah, okay. Price higher. After that, because that's the easiest one. You can do that immediately. After that, work faster, okay? At this point, if you get to about 15 grand, you're gonna have a lot of clients and it is gonna be difficult. I plateaued at 10 to 15 grand a month. It took me 4 months to get from about 15, 16, 17 up to 25. I could not get above it, okay? And the reason for that was because I literally didn't have enough time in the fucking day. There was too many clients, and for the amount of money I was charging, I couldn't charge any more. I'd already done the fucking price thing. I couldn't do any more. So what I had to do was learn to type faster. I had to work faster. I had to systemize it. And that's where the third pillar in Stoic Academy comes from. Have an amazing offer, do incredible outreach, and then systemize. And I hadn't systemized, okay? I had a good offer, I was getting loads of clients, but because I was getting so many fucking clients, I literally couldn't scale, okay? So that's where you need to systemize. Now, the best way to do that, learn to type faster. Literally go onto any single typing website on the world. Just type in touch typing free, do it for a month, okay? You will get faster at typing, okay? Learn to type faster, okay? Easy. Secondly, I don't recommend doing this. So actually, fuck it, I'm not even gonna say it. I would say hire some Filipino from fuck knows where, but I don't do that, okay? Listen, you can delegate and save money. Sorry, you can delegate and spend money to save time, or you can just fucking spend more time. Like, what else are you gonna do? Wank? Like, you have nothing else to do. Just put more time in. Learn to work faster and put more time in, okay? It's not difficult. Because otherwise you're going to be writing at like 40 words a minute and your client's going to be like, why the fuck are you taking so long? And you'll be like, oh, I'm working as fast as I can. And you know, someone else like me is working at 100 words per minute and we can do your work in half the time and then get paid twice as much because we have twice the clients, okay? So keep that in mind. Like if you can't write at 100 words per minute, you have a fucking problem. You might want to go see an institution because my fucking nan can write at 100 words a minute. Next, referrals. So again, if you're slow, a referral is essentially where someone gives you a client on their behalf. So for example, I get loads of video editor requests because people think that I'm a downy and I need video editing, which I don't. But if you do good, I mean, my video editor's watching this. Like, Era, you're not a downy. You just don't need to work as hard because I'm so linguistic on camera. But if my video editor wanted more work, he could just ask me. Okay, I'm very happy with the work he does. So I've got a million fucking agency friends that run YouTube channels. I would just give him to someone else. Bang. He's got a new client instantly. Okay. Now I'm not going to do that because I have a load of fucking work for him. But that can happen. So if you've got clients, you can either try and get more, or get your clients to give you more clients. This is something people don't talk about. Now there's a finesse to this, okay? If you're gonna do this, one, I'm gonna fucking write this down, it's important. If you're gonna do this, you need to be good, okay? The results you give your client have to be fucking amazing. 2, the rapport with your client has to be good. If you're a fucking stranger to them and you start asking them for all these benefits and say, hey, can you give me more clients? Do you know anyone, etc., etc., it's not gonna work, okay? They don't really like you that much. Sure, you do a good job, but they need to like you, okay? They wanna, if my editor says I need more clients, I like him, so I'll do it, okay? But if someone's working for me and they do their job and I don't like them that much, there's not much rapport between us, I'm not gonna fucking do it. All right, it's just a waste of time. No, fuck you. You do your job, I pay you for your job. Why would I go out my way to do anything else for you, okay? But if I like you, I'm more likely to do it, okay? So make sure you have rapport. If you don't have to build rapport, learn to be a fucking good human being, okay? That's something I shouldn't even have to tell you. Learn how to make people like you, all right? And if you do that, you can then eventually when things are going well, ask for a referral, okay? Now the way you do this is very simple. You have a good month. This is perfect. Literally, Black Friday just happened. I made more money in this month than I've made in my literally my entire copywriting career. All of my clients made loads of money through email because I'm amazing. Also because it was Black Friday. And so what I did was I literally just asked them all for referrals. Now, half of them I'm not even gonna take because half of them are too poor to pay me, but some of them are whales, like another Fortune 500 company. And I asked them, I said, hey, we've had a fucking amazing month in November. Do you know anyone that might need my help? Just like slip it in. You know, just bang. Oh yeah, do you know anyone else that might need any help? Bang, just slip it in, okay? And they'll be like, okay, yeah, we know what, we've had a really good month. Tom is an amazing copywriter. We get along well. Yeah, let me just send out a couple of messages, see, okay? 3-4 days later, I had another 4 people lined up for sales calls. I didn't have to do any more work. I literally didn't have to do any more outreach, okay? But that ties into immersion, which then ties into being good, which then ties into having testimonies, which then ties into getting clients, which then ties into being good again and having rapport, and then you can get referrals, okay? And then once you start getting constant referrals, that's it. Game fucking over. When you have a client conveyor belt of referrals coming in, game over, okay? You have officially become a full-time copywriter. You don't need to worry about work ever again. Unless your fucking hands fall off or you become a drug addict, you are set, okay? I haven't done outreach in 7 months because I don't need to, okay? My clients literally just give me clients. And they want to as well, because I do good work. And that's another thing which ties into fucking being good. If you're just the best, they just want to do it. Okay, I have a lot of rich agency friends that make more money than me. If they want to start YouTube channels and they're like, I need an editor, I'll give them my editor because I know he's good. And I'll be like, hey, take my guy. He'll do amazing work for them. They'll be like, Tom, that was amazing. Your guy's fucking on top. Wow, incredible. They'll like me more because of that. Okay, that's how you need to do it. Be the best, be the best, be the best. Literally, paint it on your fucking forehead. Literally recite it like the Bible. Honestly, just become the best. It makes everything so much easier. Okay? Simple as that. And then lastly, get a mentor. Okay, like I said, doesn't have to be me. If you do want it to be me, there'll be a link somewhere. You can join Stoic Academy. I'll get you your first client in 30 days guaranteed. Get a mentor, okay? I didn't have a mentor. I just pushed through it. But if you want to like have maintaining months like that, I suggest you get someone that's making more money than that to teach you how to do it, okay? Very simple. Right. Oh my fucking God, I need an Asian woman. All right. Then to 15, done. Lastly, if you're still here, you are going to be successful. I guarantee it, because most people have like AIDS brain and they can't stay on a video this long. But for those of you that are going to be successful one day, 15K a month plus, okay? Now, this one's super simple. If you're making 15 grand, plus a month, firstly, you're probably living on cloud 9, okay? 15K is the month where your expenses haven't really caught up with you yet. You're kind of just living. You're just like, everything's free. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like, you don't have too many rich friends. Everyone around you thinks you're rich, even though you're not. And it's just like, life is bliss. You don't have that much responsibility, etc. 15K a month is a good month to be, but I'm teaching you how to get to 25. So, if you're at 15 and you want to get above that, there's one thing you need to do. And it's the only thing you need to do. And I'm telling you now, if I'd known this earlier, I would have got to fucking 25 in 2 months quicker, but I didn't. The quickest way to get to over 15 grand a month, which is basically all I do now, is via I guarantee I spelled that wrong. I don't give a fuck. Commission. Commission, again for you slow fuckers, is where you get a percentage of any of the sales you generate. So if a brand makes $20,000 a month from emails, I get 20% of anything I generate. I get, error, just put the fucking calculation up, I don't know. But I get a percent of whatever I make, okay? Commission is the number one way to scale up and beyond. No one is gonna pay you 15 grand a month. No one, okay? They're not, I mean, unless you're working with a fucking top 100 brand, it ain't gonna happen, all right? That's not how this game works. They will pay you maybe 5, sometimes a bit more than that, but to get to 15 grand a month retainer, it's just not fucking happening, okay? Especially as a contractor, especially as a freelancer. Maybe if you're you're in-house, maybe after like 10 years, but not the way we do it. So, commission. I want to say this right, because not many people are going to understand this because you're not here yet, but commission is risky. I only recommend you do this for clients that actually make good money. Don't be a dick and just say, oh, I want to do a commission deal with the fucking knitting brand, because you're not going to make any money, okay? It's better to work for free, honestly, because then eventually you have some leverage to work for a retainer. Only do commission if you're actually going to get paid a lot of money. And by that, you can just ask the owner, how much did we make this month? Oh, we made 150 grand. Oh, okay, right, brilliant. If they're not making that much money, don't do it, okay? Because if they only make 5K, what do you get? Because usually commissions on like 5, 10%, 15%. If you make 10%, you make $500, okay? You've gone from fucking charging 4K for a retainer to making $500. Okay, it's stupid. Only charge commission deals for businesses and brands that are huge, okay? Now, it's more risky because you have no guaranteed income. But again, you can afford big plays now. You can afford to say, you know what, fuck it. I guarantee you we're gonna make more if I just take a percentage of whatever I generate. Because by this point, if you're really good, the results are gonna come because your emails sell, Okay, so one of my businesses, hypothetically, let's just say, for legality reasons, makes 150 grand a month, all right? I have between 5 and 10% commission on that brand. So if they make 150 grand, I keep $15,000 from one client, all right? I couldn't do that if I did them on a retainer. Now, I don't always make 15, obviously. Last month was a fucking good month. Most months it's not like that, okay? It's, lower, but on the big months, you make way more, okay? And so it's like, it's volatile, but because it's volatile, there's a chance for it to be way higher than it usually is, okay? So only for the big brands. If it's not a big brand, it's a waste of fucking time. And, you'll literally be crying in your bed thinking, how have I gone from 15 grand to fucking 5 because I'm doing commission deals with knitting brands and fucking mechanics and shit. Don't do that. Only for conglomerates, monopolizing businesses that want to take over the fucking world. And once you do that, you're basically going to get there. Okay, if you find a good brand that will do commission for you, you will hit 20 grand, 25 grand, 30, 35, 50 grand, okay? And it comes through basically huge commissions. You could do it at retainers. I know like 1 or 2 people that are doing it. It's very fucking difficult to get $25,000 worth of retainer. That's like 8 clients. Not easy, okay? Do this, way easier, okay? You can have like 2 or 3 clients, bang, 25 grand, okay? I hope that makes sense, right? So, yeah, immersion. 0 to 5. Immersion, skill graph, basically just make sure that your skills are better so you can get paid more. Momentum, if you don't get to the momentum first, you're gonna fucking stop and then you're not gonna make any money. Make sure your offer is amazing, make sure your outreach is amazing, because that's the first part. It also helps with momentum. Make sure that you're charging basically no money at the start, which is fine, because at least then you're close to the money, so eventually you can get paid. 5 to 10, then build the momentum more immersion, get even better, and then just like leverage testimonies, just drop them in there. 10 to 15, literally just price higher, okay? Super easy, just literally to say, oh, I want actually 3K, or if that's too comfortable, say you want 4K, all right? Work faster, learn to type, literally go into touchtyping.com, doesn't matter. Referrals, mentorship, again, if you want that, there'll be a link somewhere, join Stoic Academy. And then 20 plus, just commission, okay? Right. Done. All right, get after it.